type of divination that I've designed with the oracle cards, the visionary dance oracle cards, is a departure from tradition. And in that departure, it doesn't negate tradition. So all of the oracle cards that I designed, that came through me, are correspond with the major arcana of the tarot. The tarot from the Waite deck, as we know, has been deemed pretty much drawn from the patriarchy that we are currently living under, and it seems to be getting more and more oppressive, but at the same time the feminine is rising, because that's the way it works. You can't push one thing down without it coming back up, and sometimes the stronger you push down, the more the more it's going to rise with expedient means. You can approach these oracle cards, the visionary dance oracle cards, with curiosity, and I think that's the best way to begin. Let all of the parts float within gravity, in a sense, so that it's more orbiting, so that we could have a look at it, of what we are placing, the conditions in our mind that we are applying to whatever we see. So part of this card is to teach us how to see, not just how to look, but how to see. You can look at, with the major arcana, you can look at the higher meaning, the higher meaning and the higher spiritual meaning from the higher planes. So that energy is drawing through really strongly through this image, these imageries. But also it does approach the mundane, and they both mix together, so that this is not only order, but it's saying that there's disorder, and there's reorganization and disorganization. There's community versus clique. There's wanting to be under someone else's control rather than be your own guru. Find your self-guru. Find your own mastery, right? But how do you do that? You don't just say, okay, I'm going to find my own mastery. No, it's practice. And it's life experience, and it's research and study. So we learn from each other, we learn from ourselves, we learn from our own life choices. But we also can learn from people who came before us, so that then we can put it together depending on what we want, but depending on what the individual self-purpose is. So you say, wow, self-purpose, well, I don't know what that is. Well, that's what we're living. We're living each moment to determine our purpose. Each choice that you make determines your purpose. So that's what we're doing. And then this card just helps us take an overview of what's going on, what are you creating, what's being thrust upon you. Are you being manipulated? Are you manipulating someone else? That kind of a thing. So there's mundane aspects to this card. I just want to put a little disclaimer. So none of this is to replace professional help, because sometimes we need professional help. This is what this is a creative tool. The question is, are we human? What? What does that mean? Of course we're human. That's what we're called. We're called humans. Well, we're called humans, but are we human? And what does that mean? And, you know, you take it away, Hu, Hu, is divine. And then man is from woman, right? The dance motif. So I put dance motifs for each card to inspire choreography, to inspire community, to inspire collaboration, to inspire dance for oneself, the dance process for oneself, dance process with more than oneself, with another, with another, with another. So these oracle cards can be used in a circle with each other. The dance motif for this card: procession, mechanization, stumble is the fountain of comedy, human error versus robotic error. With study and observation, permit a deepening of your humanity. Understand the man-made laws that Kubrick's HAL 9000 artificial intelligence was created in. Simultaneously, understand the quintessential fifth element of all matter is consciousness. So not everything in our world is seen. We can see things without just our physical eyes. We know that there's oxygen coming in to our body and going out, but we don't see that oxygen, right? In my discovery, sometimes, you know, when you're creating art, you feel something emerge. And in dance, you have to pay attention to the movement that is emerging from your body. And you have to determine, is this a movement that I have trained in? This is a movement that I've trained my body in, and it's emerging in my choreography, in my movement. There's nothing wrong with that. But then you can also just see what else is emerging in the movement and give it a little space to emerge, but pay attention to what's coming out, because it's going to allow you to incorporate fresh moves and newness, and also welcome other people into your circle who might have some new moves to share, and you can learn. But as I was studying this particular card, number 5, I realized I had put these keys in here. So each one, you know, all this stuff has meaning. And I'm not going to go through all of it, because you can look at it and you can think about it yourself from what I've talked about, and what you can research yourself as far as from the book and from other forms of tarot and oracle cards that correspond with the major arcana. But here I put these Austrian keys in here, but they're vintage. I don't know what era. It's in the book. I could look at it. But they're old skeleton keys. And I got to looking at that, and one of the books that I kind of like, it's this little book called The Voice of the Silence. And it's from the banana leaves of the Dijan. So H.P. Blavatsky disguised herself and managed to make her way into Tibet. And she went into some of the deep caverns where she was able to look at the old banana leaves. And so this book, The Voice of the Silence, is extracted from there. But this is a section that talks about the golden keys. And each key is a portal that leads the aspirant across the waters to the other shore. So in, let's say, Buddhism, there's the bodhisattva, and gate gate parsam gate bodhisattva. Gone, gone, gone to the other shore of wisdom, gone beyond the other shore of wisdom. Yeah, wow. Okay, so I might have the pronunciation a little off, but bear with me. Dana is the key of charity and love immortal. Shila, the key of harmony in word and act, the key that counterbalances the cause and effect and leaves no further room for karmic action. Shanti, Shanti, Om, Shanti, patience, sweet, that naught can ruffle. Viraga, indifference to pleasure and pain, illusion conquered, truth alone perceived. Viraya, the dauntless energy that fights its way to the supernal truth. Out of the mire of lies terrestrial. Dhyana, whose golden gate once opened, leads the aspirant toward the realm of Sat, eternal, and its ceaseless contemplation. And Prajna, the key to which makes of a man a god, creating him or her a bodhisattva, daughter of the Dhyanis. So just to let you know, things pop out that you don't plan for. My book is a work of art. It has color, it has meaning, it is in the arts, it's about dance. The cards I created and designed. So these things take time. They take a lot of time. And I didn't have a book deal. I didn't get advance pay. That's not the way it is for self-publishing. Visionary Dance Oracle number 5. Thank you so much for being here. And I'll finish with a song, and this is one that we sing here at the San Francisco Theosophical Society. We call it the Lodge, and we sing, may all beings be well, may all beings be happy, peace, peace, peace. My name is Mary Power, as most of you know, and tonight we're going to be talking about Cinq, Hubo, 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 Hubo.